Okay. Alright. So we are now north of the Buckets Way on Bakers Creek Road, which is pretty famous for the fact that it goes over the creek about, I don't know, 20 times. It's beautiful. It's beautiful territory. Gets a bit wet, obviously. Winds and turns and winds a lot, and crosses the creeks, or the creek, a lot. Some of that's above water, some of it's not. But it's great. So we've just finished having our mid-morning snackaroonies, and everyone's enjoying the fresh air, sunshine. Perfect time of year to be out riding, really. Early autumn. Some of the roads here have been freshly graded, which sometimes is good, and sometimes just means you've got piles of extra stuff to get over. No, I haven't got this far though, I don't think. Some of the corners you tighten up really quickly, you can't really tell what's going on, so it's great riding out here. The scenery is just beautiful, especially because it's been so wet. They've graded along here. Especially because it's been so wet, everything's so green. You know, it's normally brown as your boot out here, so it's lovely. Boys are still behind me. That's not loose at all. I've got to say, the suspension on this, it was a toss-up for me between going to another Honda CB500, there he is now, there he is parked, Son Honda CB500X, and going to the 390, and the kicker was the fact that you buy the 500X and you've got to upgrade the suspension. The suspension on this, once you dial it in, is pretty bloody good, and I'm not the heaviest person in the world, so there's plenty of room there to stiffen things up and get it the way you like. And the suspension works well for me. I'm like 70 kilos or thereabouts, depending on the day of the week, and you know, I've probably got 10 kilos of gear, well, 10 kilos, I don't know, 5 kilos of gear on here with me as well in different places, tools and first aid kits and water and stuff. And you know, still well under 80 kgs, even with all my gear on. And this bike's more than happy to take that on. Like I say, there's tons and tons and tons of, that's tight, that's very tight. There's tons and tons and tons of, here's a little water crossing for us. There we go. There's absolutely tons of room to stiffen it up, because that's what happens with most people. They, you know, they weigh 110 kilos, they get on something like this and they can't firm up the suspension enough for it to do its job. I don't have that problem. Come on, grab hold of some ground. The only issue I have with this bike is having to turn the bloody traction control off every time I stop the engine. I have to reset traction control to off. I understand why they do it, but you know, and I know it's a budget, it's made to a budget, but really they could have given us rider modes, just 2, street and road, and made it so we could set the traction control, well, if you could just turn it off and leave it off. If you had that option when it was in dirt mode or something, you know. They've got the software, it's not like it's going to, like you say, cost them anything. They've only got to give us the software that they put on the 890. They don't have to give us all of it, just give us a little bit. I understand you want us to buy the 890, that's fine, just maybe we'll get an upgrade next service, who knows. Brian looks pretty happy on his 790. I don't blame him. I'm trying very hard not to take up his invitation to take it for a spin, because I'm pretty sure I will like it way too much. But at the moment, the 390 has oodles of power for me, and it's mainly for riding in the dirt, so it's got plenty of power for that. And it's nice and light, which is what I need, because I'm not, hey, get over, right out of it, that's it. Fucking off Canberra roads, oh, did I swear again? My bad. These off Canberra roads that force you where you don't want to be, I hate them. I hate it when they do that. Get on the little soft stuff on the middle ridge and it just pushes you over further and further. Start sliding. 6 months ago on that corner, if I'd done that, I probably would have ended up locking up and going straight into the bloody corner. And now I'm got the ability to turn a little bit more and try and power my way out of it, which is, I'm getting there. Everyone has to ride at their level. Don't know how many times I've said it. Oh. Beautiful bit of country out here. Beautiful bit of country. And those roads have got plenty of challenges on them. I mean, they're pretty basic, but there's plenty of little bits in them to catch you out if you're not on top of your game. And just when you get carried away, start to think you're on top of it and get carried away, it will hand you your backside in a basket, so you'll find yourself parked up against a barbed wire fence, which is unpleasant. So it's best not to get carried away and start believing your own press. It's lovely to get into a rhythm. I love it, yeah. Best thing ever is get into a rhythm. You start unifying you and the bike, the road, everything, just forget about everything else. It's awesome. But sometimes when you do that, you find yourself just getting carried away, and next thing you know, you're parked in the bushes, which is all part of it, don't get me wrong, but we try to avoid it if we can. Very good water crossing here from memory. This is quite deep, but take this one carefully. Oh, that was slippery. Oh, missed that pothole. Put the next one through. We get them all. Got two. Whoop. That was a very slippery little crossing. I think we got everybody on. Did we get everybody? Did we get everyone? Yep. What happened? That's the deepest one, the deepest crossing we have to do, and it's got a little dip out in it, and it's also quite a bit slippery, so second gear would have been better than first. Would have been smarter, but never mind. Didn't mean to put into first, but because when I put the power on gently to try and pull across, she came on a bit too hard, and rear end had a bit of a slide around. All good, everyone's through, all's well that ends well. All's well that ends well. Rough bit. This bit. Drops down into this other rough bit. Want to do the right thing and stick with the rough rocky bits. Impressed with this engine just quietly. You know, you can drop this thing right down low, very low speeds, and she'll pull away. That's that single cylinder for you. People say, oh, you know, they bog down. No, I find it just pulls up like a tractor. Basically put in third gear, and unless you need the engine braking, don't bloody worry about it. Leave it in third gear. Unless you're trying to get the revs up to have a bit of fun. Some of these corners go on forever, don't they? Oh, another creek crossing. Another creek crossing, second gear. This one's moving quite quickly, sitting down. Oh shit, neutral, second gear. Just pushed me across a little bit. That was better. Feathered the clutch. Got 2, got 3. 4. Well, they would have stopped by now if the others were down, so we'll continue on. It's an example where you want to keep the revs up, right? To wind this road, she likes to wind. Very rare you catch it, get much traffic out here though. Still, you've got to keep your eyes open in case you do, because no one wants to be a hood ornament. managed to get out and get a little bit of drone footage to add to the film. Just dropping back down to the creek again. Most days when we come out it's too windy. My little drone doesn't like it, so it was nice to get the drone up and get some different footage. Lovely present from my wife. Don't always get to use it, so it's nice to get it, use it. This has snuck up on me again. Quite famous for this. Missing turns, nearly missing turns. That's the junction that Anthony couldn't remember, I think. Yep, got two behind me, that's enough. The rest will look after themselves. Up with another turn. So Belbora Creek Road. Yep. This is what I thought were coming up. We'll go back down Belbora Creek Road. This is quite similar to the others as well. Look at that. Horse dressage yard by the looks of things. Someone's marked out. It's a bloody nice lawn. It's obviously not kept like that for grazing. Another creek crossing, but this time we're well above. Look at that, the water's pumping. Whoop-ah. Eyes on the prize, Graham. The prize is down the road, so eyes down the road. Now, one thing I have modified on this bike is the exhaust. So I can hear it. I took the chamber off, the pre-exhaust chamber. It's got some other name. It's about 5 or 8 kilos or something of some bloody big thing that just does nothing. Oh, it's emissions. So it went and a link pipe went in, and some of the catalytic converter may have fallen out during that process, such as life. And so it's made it a bit louder, breathes better. I mean, it's a small single, it's not going to scare anybody, but it you can hear it, and hearing it is the most important part when you're on the road and you've got earplugs in to stop the wind noise from damaging your ears, damaging your hearing. No, that's the wrong line, bro. And riding along, doing your thing. You can't be looking at the bloody gear thing, and you can't be watching your tacho. You just can't be. You've got to listen to what the engine's doing. It doesn't really matter what gear you're in, you just need to listen to whether your engine's happy or not with what you're doing. And get used to the sound of your engine when it revs at its sweet spot and all that sort of stuff. That's how you can get the best out of your bike. You've got to know it, you've got to work with it. road, she changes, like, you know, like, so different. But the scenery, believe it or not, changes quite a bit, but the road conditions are just constantly changing. I love Seagull's comment at the morning break. He said, I think that he should go, something about he should go back because he thinks he missed one of the potholes. He said he hit all of them, but he thinks he might have missed one. Feels like that sometimes. But, you know, long travel suspension, that's what it's there for. And eventually you don't worry about it so much. Here's old mate with his working dog. Probably going between farms or paddocks or whatever. Whee! I'll drop down here. It'll be interesting to see if he pulls off or like pulls off because he has to or comes over to let us go through. He's doing it at the right pace, there's nothing matter. And he'll be going back home from the paddock or something, so it's not like it's a huge problem. There's little baby Tucker in the back. Looks like my dog. That's the first dust we've seen, because all the good thing about the rain is you're not eating each other's dust. There's enough rain to settle the dust. It takes a car like that to really even whip any dust up, so that's good. Actually, show me what lines to take, so that's not too bad. I was going to practice backing this thing into corners a bit, like lock up the back wheel and let it slide out and then power on, but let's see. Sometimes that's wise and sometimes it just ain't. Is he turning off? Good job. See? Turning to his house. We're still on the blue line, that's all that counts. We're still on the blue line. There's a nice little spot. Cooper and I stopped just up here before. And we were not the first time we came down this road 12 months ago. Yes, 12 months ago Cooper and I came down this road. More than 12 months, 18 months ago. And we stopped somewhere near a creek crossing and had a drink and found a tree. I think it's down here somewhere, so I might do the same thing again. She's still just under. That's good. A lot of this, if we got any of the rain, they predicted 200 to 300 mil of rain for over the 4 days, including today, and then that just went away. And we had rain, but we just didn't have that sort of rain. And very pleased that we didn't have that sort of rain, because we don't need more flooding. This is awkward. There's really rough stuff on the corner. Look at that, that's sensational. It's beautiful through here. It's warming up too, just quietly. My spot's down here somewhere, I think. I think. Oh shit, that was fucking, that was, sorry, oh darn, that was a bit harsher than I thought. She bottomed out on that one. That was a bad pothole. I felt her bottom out on that one. Coming downhill like that, that's what does it. This is my spot. There she is. That's my spot where that house is. Don't know that we'll stop in there. Maybe 4 bikes. Five bikes parked. Yep, dirty that water is. A lot of rain. It's a lot of rain. I'm gonna have to stop somewhere. Another creek crossing of water, which is awesome. I like one of water. About pulling up there. Maybe having a walk around and having a leak, but I just thought, guys, have a look around. But the road's so narrow. Pulling up anywhere is a bit dangerous. This is a wide spot here. It's someone's yard. Get on. Okay, fluids are topped up. And bladders are emptied. Let's be fair, it is 3 hours and 20 minutes since we left home. Oh, need to get moving. Certainly warm enough once you stop moving in this gear. Ooh, oh, that's better. That's a lot better. Oh, oi, 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 oi. Oh God, feel that air. It's one of the best things about standing up. Oh, that breeze is lovely. Surprise, surprise, another water crossing. Get my feet in the right spots. I'll work better. between the I'm not sure. Oh mate, that is so good. Sorry, just that air coming through the jacket on the sweat is just, oh. It's like I said, autumn, good time to ride. Get that cool air going through instead of the 40-degree bloody sand blasting here. Alright. So continue cruising back here. We're making our way back to Buckets Way again, where we'll head down into Cranback. Then we'll skip up to Kimberkai to can't remember. Bloody hell, can't remember. Hate that. Anyway, Kimberkai onto Nowndock Road and come back towards Dunno. Take the last little bit of dirt, which is Belbora Road, join on, flip into Dunno, and we're home. I'm not in a hurry, but it's only a short. It's not a short ride today, but it's not. You know, we're not going to be out till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We should be home about an hour from now. About 1:30. I just told the boys we'll be home for a late lunch, so all good. Holy shite. Get a line through there. I did. That was just a little stop in the shade on the side of the road to grab a drink, empty the bladder, and are you kidding me? Spots of rain. Are you kidding me? Oh well, should be right. When the boys were telling stories about rear wheels sliding in creek crossings and stuff, and we all had the same rear wheel sliding in creek crossings, and we all do the creek crossings slightly differently on different bikes, and it was just very slimy, lots of silt, and reasonably quickly flowing, so you know, that's all it takes. But everyone got through in one piece, so that's awesome, because water crossings are roulette. They really are. Now I'm going to blame Brian, Matty, hope you're listening, because he just opened up all his vents and his jack and his got his nice climb adventure suit, and he just opened up all the vents at that stop, saying that, you know, he was not sure if we were going to get home dry or not, but he's decided to open up all the vents because it's getting warm. And no sooner has he done that, and it's raining on us, and I have no idea where the rain's coming from. Like it's like directly above us. It's blue sky. There's plenty of clouds around. I just don't know which cloud to blame. That's pretty funny. I find that amusing when you're riding along and there's a cloud, you know, half a kilometre away to your left, and it's raining on you. I think it's stopped already. Just enough to put spots on your visor. Just actually cooled me down, which is bloody beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So Dunno's adventure rides. Basically they're the dirt bike ride section of the Manning Valley branch of the Ulysses Club, but they are open to absolutely anybody and everyone. Doesn't matter what you're riding, doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, or right. If your idea is shooting along and sliding out of every corner and roosting your mates, then it's probably not the group for you. Doesn't mean we don't go quick. Sometimes we do hook in, but it does mean that we're a little bit more careful, and you have people with you sometimes that aren't up to doing that sort of thing. So here we are, back on the main drag. Get a nice run in here now. This is quite a good little along the Buckets Way. Back to Cranback. Everyone loves this bit. Okay, so part of adventure riding is also finding some really good little back roads where there's lots of twisties, and it's just good to be out in the countryside and cruising along having fun. And this is Kimberkai Road heading up towards, back towards Wingham. We'll join onto Nowandock Road and it will take us back from there back towards Wingham, and we'll grab Woodwell Road and head home. This is a good little back road just to cruise through the trees and look at the scenery and enjoy the twisties a bit. It's just a nice part of the world to be in. Nice bit of road. See many of them. Oh my god, look at this fence line. Great part of the world to putter along. And slippery like that. Hot mounds, gravel, nasty potholes, kangaroos, wayward tourists. So you still got to get your wits about you, but you can really kind of relax and enjoy the sunshine, fresh air. Being able to go on the roads to get you to the dirt, it's some of the awesome windy roads that you've got nearby that are also just great to ride, and because you've got a bike that will do road stuff and dirt, it's fun to do it. And then when you see a sign like this that says warning, gravel road, you just smile. Go down a couple of gears, stand up and hook in. Ooh, pick a line. don't get too carried away, because some of these roads have some nasty surprises. Some of those surprises have bull bars, so you know, if you have an argument with a ute and a bull, look the size of that thing, ooh, and I just clip the edge of that. Have an argument with a four-wheel drive coming through here, they always win. Doesn't matter who's in the right, or who's got right away, or who did the right or wrong thing. You end up on their bonnet, they win. You end up underneath them, they win. So always assume there's a car coming around the corner until you prove otherwise. Anywho, enough of that. Still joins with now and off road. Or it still is. Or the dipstick's the one that's really dipstick, not dipstick. I'm saying that when I can't remember people's names. Anthony. I'm wondering if we're getting close to Anthony's name, I was wondering if he's going to come through. Because he knows this road quite well, I imagine. He's going to come through and get the lead. What it is. Seems a bit closer than he has been, so maybe he's in familiar territory. Oh, big hole. Wasn't there the other day. Is he still going? Yep, still with us. Maybe I'll park his house then. Beautiful territory. Look at those hills over there. It's really gorgeous. I think this is rough. This would be the Manning River, folks. This would be the Manning River. It's not the Spite Bridge at Wingham, like people would think it is. This is the Manning River. One of the parts of the Manning River that's just been reconcreted, obviously. Fair enough.